The caddisfly pupates at the bottom of the stream and then swims to the top of the water, breaks out, and flies away. This is a caddisfly pupa imitation developed by Mr. Bob Good, and it's in the Fling and Puterbaugh Basics of Fly Tying book. I am using a number 14 hook. You could use probably a 12 or smaller 18, 16. I'm going to be using some goose quill for the wing casing. You could use turkey or pheasant. I'm going to be using some herl wool for the body, and I have a dark dun that I'm going to be using for the front hackle. It imitates antenna, or it can imitate the emerging wings, and there's some options about tying that front on. You can do a full circle hackle. You could do just sides as wing imitations. It's a fairly light hackle though. So after putting down a base of thread, the casing about a third of the hook shank, tie that in back at the curve of the hook. Then I'm going to tie my body material in, and you would not have to use wool here. You could use really any dubbing or even herl. Fling and Puterbaugh have wool in the recipe. So take that back to the bend of the hook. I'm going to half hitch. That way it doesn't come unwound when I use the rotary vise to wind that body. And here you can pull that yarn real tight to get a very slim body, or a little bit looser to get a little bit heavier body, but touching wraps all the way up to where the hackle is going to be tied in, so a good eye length behind the eye. Tie off the body material. Bring the wing case forward over the top of the body. Tie that off. Clip out the extra. I'm going to clip the end of my hackle feather here and then just trim out the fibers right here at the end. That gives me some little barbules to catch it in with. Tie it so it's shiny side up. And again, it's a pretty light hackle, so probably just a couple of turns is enough. A couple of wraps and then tie that off. Bring the hackle fibers back and a couple wraps before I clip that. I may have to do a little bit of cleanup here. Try to pull those fibers back before I wrap the head. I've got a couple out there that I'm going to have to clean off. I'll do that after I whip finish. Try not to catch any more in. Clean that up and put a little dab of head cement on there. And this is a Mr. Bob Good developed Caddisfly pupa.